What's up, dudes and dudes here? Now, my name is Seth, and we are back in some more Trove. Gonda's beautiful, is it not? But how would you guys like to own Yabaki? Oh, yeah, it's beautiful. It's just a mod, okay? Calm down. I still haven't gotten Yabaki. I don't think I ever will. But man alive, this thing is beautiful. Not to mention, it goes with my beautiful Amok aimbot costume a little bit better than Gonda does. That said, Yabaki does not have nearly as much functionality as Gonda does because, unfortunately, you don't get any purple blocks behind you like Yabaki used to do back in the day. But we're going to be rocking the mod for today's Let's Play episode because I wanted to talk about the Yabaki contest, and then we're going to end up going into some of the ranty stuff, you know, talk about like Trove and my overall opinion of the game that's been going on lately. And no, it's not going to be the same old stuff that we've been talking about me being like overly critical about it. Most of all, I wanted to talk about my opinion swaying, my opinion changing, and how I'm getting generally very tired of being so overly critical about this game, which is still going to end up coming up from time to time. So anyways, there's a Yabaki contest going on right now, mates and mateys. How do you say it? How do you say for guys and gals, or is everybody just your mate? For those of you in the that speak the Londonese language. So for logging into Trove during like September 21st, which is already coming past, all the way to September 30th, you're going to be entered into the sweepstakes of Yabaki. You guys remember at the beginning of the year, close to the end of last year, when they ended up doing this exact same contest, where you just log in and that gives you chances of actually being a participant? Well, last year they kind of messed up. We all knew it. We all knew that they would mess it up. And I don't mean that in a mean way. I mean because for some reason, you know, these guys are not very good at giving out prizes. Like, they're kind of bad at it, right? So they ended up setting it up and giving Yabaki codes through people's emails. It was a very slow, dumb system, and ultimately any of the people that ended up winning Yabaki originally would have already quit this game because they don't really have a method for checking for active players, which kind of sucks. I wish that they would check for active players because it's like, dude, seriously, you need to reward the people that are actually going to be playing the game, not somebody that's going to get Yabaki and be like, I don't know what this is, and then they quit. So anyways, by logging in during those times, you're entered into the contest in general. And then on top of it, they're going to end up selecting 5 lucky winners from eligible accounts after the listed window above has closed. And they will unlock Yabaki directly on your account. So you should see it in your claims menu just show up one day if you ended up winning. Now, the fact that they say they're selecting 5 winners has me wondering, like, is that 5 winners between all of the different versions, or is that 5 winners for each version? Because we should get 5 for PC, 5 for PS4, 5 for Xbox, and then even then, is the 5 for PS4 going to end up being split between European and North American players? Because they can't play the same that all of us can, right? So anyways, the last day of the giveaway window is going to be September 30th. So once that date has passed, you're just not going to be able to... You're not going to automatically be entered into the contest from playing. Now, they have said that it's not going to matter the amount of time that you're playing. And unlike the last contest, they had it set up so that if you logged in for every single day, it ended up increasing your odds. No, it didn't. But apparently now they have it set up so you just outright are not going to end up increasing your odds by logging in like perpetually for each of the different days, right? So cool on that one. Hopefully we end up getting Yabaki. I would love it. I think it would be fantastic because then I could actually rock it in the YouTube videos and get hype around it, and people would be like, what's that? And I'd be like, hey, it's a mount that for some reason is impossible to get. I do actually really like what they're doing right now. I like that it's kind of a promo mount and everything like that, but I hope it doesn't stay as a promo mount because we're talking about, you know, evil Gonda. Like, it's been in the game's code for literally years. And now it's finally being added to the game, and it's in the form of you can only get it through the developers of random chance. And it doesn't give mastery or anything, which is perfectly fine. But it's like, dude, I want a chance of actually getting this mount. I want to be able to either grind it or just, I don't know, I want to be able to get it, you know? So fingers crossed that we'll see something end up coming up with U10. Now, another thing, too, that's exciting before we get into it, I am going to have a video that's going to be talking about the recent developer live stream separately, and that's probably going to end up happening after the weekend. And because of it, I wanted to take this moment right now to let you guys know that apparently we're getting a new event this next Tuesday, and it's going to end up being related to the Forbidden Spires. Now, let me actually hop back into Team Pixel just so I can just show you guys this and explain a bit of the lore of what ended up happening and why this event, I think, is actually really, really cool, because one of the things you guys and gals know that we're all overly critical about in this game is that they abandon projects. Left and right, the developers are always trying to focus on, you know, what the new thing is rather than refining old content, which is one of my big criticisms. So anyways, the Forbidden Spires, when it originally ended up coming out, we had On Berry, which you can grind this thing in about like 15 hours or something like that. Let me actually see if I can swap over to it and show you guys and gals what it looks like if you haven't already seen it. So this is going to end up being not the Mastery Phoenix, but just a normal Phoenix. It's got fiery wings. The fiery wings are video effects when you're flying it as well, but it's not generally as cool as the one you get through Mastery. But either way, it's still a very beautiful mount. Probably one of my all-time favorite, especially like just grinding it. It just feels worth it because, I mean, look at this thing. It's amazing. So anyways, originally they said that there was going to be, it was either 3 or 5 different gods of the Forbidden Spires biome, and this was one of them. And then they said that they would end up you know, adding more and more of these special, unique biome-specific mounts further and further into the future. And surprisingly, they kept their word on that, or at least it seems like they have so far, because the event that's going to be coming next week is going to be adding a new Forbidden Spires themed dragon mount. Now, I don't know whether it's going to be a dragon that's going to give you full on, like, you know, the same 250 mastery, magic find and stuff like that. I would love it if it does. That would actually be really cool. But the dragon itself apparently takes scales, and completing the event is apparently supposed to reward us with 25 scales towards this creature. I don't know where you're going to get the rest of the scales. I would assume it's going to be similar to the Fiery Feathers, where it's just going to drop from Forbidden Spires enemies. What Merc was saying would be cool, but kind of lame at the same time just because of how difficult it would be, is there's kind of these samurai knight dragon dudes, and it would be neat if they exclusively ended up dropping the scales, because it would end up making a lot more sense, you know what I mean? But is that, wait, where's stupid Gonda? But is that going to end up being what happens? I don't know, you know. Hopefully it'll generally just be, where's Gonda? Did I skip past it? I guess I did. Who cares? Whatever. I don't need it. Either way, hopefully it's going to end up being something that is otherwise attainable. Getting the 25 shards or scales through the event means that it could possibly end up being something very difficult later on. Maybe it's going to be the same as the Cloud Dragon, where it's going to be super duper easy. Who knows? But one of the things that I'm really worried about, just because they've done this with the Crystal Pinatas, where I'm hoping that what they I'm hoping that they're not going to add the scale as another drop that Forbidden Spires enemies can end up just dropping altogether, because then that means that that's less odds of getting a Fiery Feather. Why is all this dungeon complete? Jeez. And, you know, less odds of a Fiery Feather. The mount already takes roughly 15 hours of just non-stop solid grinding in the first place, let alone, like, you know, the RNG that's involved with it. And it's a very, very, it's not difficult, but it sure is grindy to get this thing. At least it's worth it because it's beautiful. But anyways, so let's move on to the next topic. So I wanted to talk about this because I really, really liked all your guys' comments on the last video. I felt, you know, that it was awesome. It really was. So A+ for effort. Thank you all so much for the positivity and support that I received on the last video, because it kind of opened my eyes to some things. First of all, there was generally just lots of people agreeing with me, talking about the usual, where it's like, oh, this guy should be a developer and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, I'm not trying to cherry pick these comments here. People have been saying this for a very long time, and I don't assume that I don't presume, I should say, that's the right word, to know anything about game design. I'm more of an idea man. You know, like even just the other day I was thinking about, how come Trove doesn't have a Berserker character where you end up building up your energy by combating enemies, and then, you know, your abilities would end up being based off of that and blah, blah, blah. You guys don't need to hear about my theories of what a two-handed class should end up being like. But anyways, in that video, you know, a lot of you guys were kind of just agreeing with my criticisms about the game, what they should be focusing their attention on. And generally, I you know, while these are my opinions, my honest opinions about the game, a lot of it is also your feedback. I think we all just kind of think very similarly. But there was also some comments that I did like that kind of, you know, they were kind of criticizing me for the fact that the Let's Play episodes shouldn't be focused on all of the seriousness all the time, because I've already got plenty of other videos that are already talking about, you know, all of the seriousness that's going on with Trove, the development towards it and stuff like that. And then more so than that, there was people saying like, oh, how many times do you gotta say you're quitting Trove? I'm gonna say this right here, right now, guys. I'm gonna keep making videos talking about me quitting Trove because I think it's funny that so many people are constantly talking about it. Like, I kind of just have to make these videos every few months saying like, oh, am I quitting Trove? And then saying, no, I'm not, because the topic just comes up. You know, and there's new fans coming to the channel, despite the fact that a lot of the old fans are saying, they're going, that's just the same old stuff, man. Talk about something new. But there's not really anything new to talk about this game, honestly speaking. But my point being is that that's going to be a reoccurring thing that's just always going to come up. Not to mention, I wanted to use it as a kind of way to, you know, a nice excuse to kind of talk about some of the big things that were going through my mind about Trove recently, and how, honestly, I was just getting super duper frustrated about the game, and I just wasn't really feeling... I wasn't really feeling Trove. I wasn't really feeling like making episodes or videos or anything like that. It's not that I'm considering quitting the game by any means, but I kind of feel, in a way, I needed a break, and I'm still going to keep the Trove videos coming out every day. You guys don't gotta worry about that, okay? But it's most of all because I think I kind of got a handle on things now, because when I saw those comments, you know, those very critical comments, and I'm always open to constructive criticism. Hating is just, you know, going to end up getting instantly ignored. But the constructive criticism that I got from you guys was just, or at least what I took from it, is the Let's Play episodes don't need to be as serious. And then I started thinking, I don't need to take Trove as seriously either, because I really love this game. I do. You know, lots of people love to say, one of the biggest things that haters or people that are new to the channel like to always say is, you're never gonna quit Trove because it gives you all your money. And it's like, dude, I'll use this as a prime example I've used in the past. When I was playing the Mario 64 co-op series with my brother, that series took off more than Trove ever has. Like, one of our episodes hit 1 million views. I don't have a single Trove video that's hit 1 million views. Throughout all of my Trove career, I've got lots of videos that got tons and tons of views, for sure. But my point isn't about the views. It isn't about anything like that. My point is that we quit that game because we got tired of it. And if I ever got so tired of Trove that I wanted to quit, I would just quit. I would not keep playing it because it makes me money or anything like that. I love this game. I do. And that's why we're so passionate about the things that they should be changing and what they should be focusing on, because we all want the game to be better than it is. That just kind of is a general thing that ends up happening with any video games. Notice, like, think back on any of your most favorite games and how, or should I say, your favorite games that were very close to perfection. You know, because Trove in a lot of ways to me has so much going for it, but it's executed just completely off the wall. Like, huh? Well, you know, why are they doing this? Like, why don't they develop the game differently? Like, another good idea that Merc ended up having, I thought that'd be awesome, where we would have costumes that would level up as we ended up using them. And then I started thinking, man, if they got rid of their whole pay-to-win stuff in Trove and started copying something like Fortnite, because Fortnite's got it good, where you would end up, let's say, for example, Trove would end up having a season pass. So during these season passes, you could spend money to buy the season pass. As you're just leveling up and grinding, this would incentivize people to actually grind for more than 30 minutes a day. You would end up unlocking various vanity items, skins and armor and stuff like that. And, you know, all of that junk, all of that goodness. And then there would be the option, same as Fortnite, where you could either, you know, just outright spend money to end up maxing out the season pass, or you could just grind it for free as a free-to-play player. And the cool thing would be that you would get some costumes that would level up through experience of going out and fighting in the world. Maybe they would end up being affected by XP potions as well, meaning that there would be a lot more incentive on those for an endgame player, because maybe you want to get to the final tier of that new costume so that you look absolutely ballin'. Not to mention one of the things that I think MapleStory does fantastically that I love, that Trove could get away with doing, is they need more exclusivity. So in MapleStory, there will be like, you know, because I was a part of the closed beta and so many of us were part of the closed beta, we actually have a unique golden set of armor that no players are going to ever be able to get once the game has actually launched. And we're not talking about like, it's not the same as Trove where they reskin it as something different, so it's like, oh, you kind of have the same armor, but it's just different. No, you outright will never be able to get that armor again. That was part of the, actually, it was part of the MapleStory roadmap thing, not necessarily of the closed beta. However, there is a lot of closed beta exclusive items as well. And I'm just saying, like, these are some ideas that they could definitely stand to have with Trove, and I would absolutely love that. But the big conclusion that I ended up coming to is, rather than me being frustrated that they're not doing all of this stuff, I want to just get back into the good old things. You know, I just want to start accepting the fact that I am a crazy person and I love this game, you know, and that's all there is to it. I love this game. I love producing videos for this game. And it's just like, I love the community. You know, you guys are great. You guys are like my family. Like, seriously, you've evolved me as a human being to an insane degree, just because YouTube has been a wild ride for me. And now that I can actually do proper streaming with Twitch partnership, it's amazing. Like, the amount of opportunities that I've had from doing YouTube and also just doing Trove has just been like, whoa, it's life-changing for me, right? And because of it, it's like, I'm sick and tired of playing the bad guy. You know, like, I don't like being the guy that's sitting here constantly talking about what's wrong with Trove. Now, don't get me wrong. I've always been very open with my criticisms towards any video game. I am never going to be lying to your guys' face saying, like, everything about Trove is perfect. It's far from perfect, and there are a lot of really dumb decisions that end up going into the game, and we will end up talking about those dumb decisions in the future. But until then, I just wanted to take this moment to say that I want to move my attention away from always criticizing the game, because almost every video I've noticed and known, I've always seen the comments of people saying and complaining like, dude, all you do is complain while you're playing this game. And if that was just like, this is kind of a model that I always live by, I have my entire life, is where if that stings, if I have a comment of somebody saying, dude, you're always just so negative towards this game, you're always complaining, or you're just overly critical, what have you, if I feel anything from reading a comment like that, it means that there is something actually going on with me internally, and it means that I can see, yes, you're absolutely right, I need to take a look at this and try to figure out what's what. As opposed to, you know, comments where people say you're only doing it for the money. I just ignore those. I like answering that topic just because I like to bolster the fact that I do really enjoy this game. But I could care less if people think that I'm doing Trove for the money. Like, seriously, it's like, who cares? You know, the argument, like what I was talking with my brother about those comments, because he reads the comment section every now and then, and even he was saying, I thought it was hilarious, where he said, like, what do people expect? That would be the same as somebody, like, especially with YouTube being my job, he was saying, like, that would be the same as somebody being like, I don't want to work at McDonald's anymore, you know, and because, like, it's like, you're getting paid, you know? You're getting paid to do something that you otherwise might not enjoy. I'm very fortunate in the fact that I do get paid to play not only a video game, but my favorite video game. Because Trove's the best, man. It's not going anywhere. I don't care that I kept saying that the game's dying in the community and all this stuff, and sometimes you guys in the comments are just like, this game sucks. It's like, I don't care. Okay? I don't care. I want to start focusing on the positivity that ended up enticing all of you guys and gals to actually watching my content in the first place. Again, I'm still going to save the criticisms and overly critical content or comments and banter and stuff like that for other videos, but for the Let's Play series, I kind of want to just focus it on what I originally focused it on, which was talking about me, talking about what's going on with my personal life and stuff like that, and just kind of including you guys in the adventure that I've been having with this game and the personal growth that I've been having with this game. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. As always, hopefully you enjoyed the video. I know it was a bit of a ranty one. I'm always going to have ranty videos, but generally I feel that this one was a lot more positive and actually, you know, relevant. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. Very much appreciate it. Don't forget to like, sub, and hit that notification bell. And if you want to support me, you can always sponsor the YouTube channel with that join button down below. Check the link down below for the merch. I still don't have my Oh Hi merch shirt, man. It takes so long for them to send it to me. I gotta send them a message saying, it's been over a month, give me my money back. Like, seriously. I don't know if they would actually do that. But anyways, it takes a long time for shirts to reach me just because I'm here in Canada, right? And then anyways, if you want to support me but you don't have any money, you can always check out Gawkbox. It's a way that you can actually donate to me for absolutely free. There's a video in the description talking about that in more detail. However, I do need to make an update video on it, as well as the Discord link in the description. Blah, 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 blah. Have yourselves a great day, everybody. Sayonara and stay epic.